What up, Wheatfield? How y'all doing? It's your girl Lottie coming in with another channel message. We're gonna have two recording back to back, and then we're gonna upload back to back. So hopefully we can optimize a little bit because for the rest of the day we probably ain't gonna do much shit. Just saying. How y'all doing? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome to the Wheatfield. Welcome to the Wheatfield, my wheat. Welcome to you. If you knew, welcome to you too. What it do, y'all's wheat. What it do. We just gonna clean our little space, clean ourselves up, because we did just do a reading. We did. And that one was interesting. It'll be up there soon. But I'm pretty sure this one might make it before the other one because I don't know how long this is going to be. Might not be as long as the other one, and processing is a whole thing. So whenever they get up there, they get up there, they get up there. Now, today is April the 29th. Still. Will be all day. Don't matter anyway because what's time? It's just whatever, you know. So we just going to clean our space. Little Palo Santo. I love this. Smells so good. Something about woodsy types of smells that I like, but I like the fire too. You know, I like the fire pit when you burn logs and the smell of it, all of that earthy smell. I love it. I love the smell of wet grass. I do. Something about being out in nature just does it for me. It's real grounding, real centering for me. I love the smell of running water. How do you smell running water? I love the sound of running water. Okay, but I like the smell of water too, because you can smell when something is wet, not moldy, but just, you know, moisture. I don't know, aka wet grass. We having a good day though. Are y'all having a good day? We having a good day. Today's a good day to have a good day. It's a good day to have a good day. Take a sip of goodness before we get underway. This one. Ooh, y'all, we got our Cancerian channel deck of cards. We had a bundle 3-pack. It is from the Cancerian shop. Her name is Sin the Cancer. Love her. She's a great psychic. When I say highly, I mean good. Like, yes. So maybe this is going to be a love read. No, it is a love for self. Okay. From the perspective of loving on self. Loving on you. Love on you. Be your own twin flame. Did you know that you are your own twin flame? Like, actually. Like, you and your spirit self are twins. That's your duality. Love on you. Thank you, Father, so much for being here to guide this message. Oh, snap. We didn't give y'all the disclaimers. We did not. We did not even tell you. We just got on here and started talking and rambling and all kind of stuff. How you doing? Hey, Wheat. How you doing? My name is Lottie. So if you're new to my space, let me introduce you to me, okay? My name is Lottie, not Lottie. It is, you know, sometimes when it show up on them things that run together, it look like Lottie, but it's not. That's not it. It's Lottie. And my show is Tares and Wheat Tarot Show. Like the tares that come against you, they were sown in with the wheat. You know what I mean? That whole parable. And this is where testimony unites with tarot. So you will hear me doing a whole bunch of testimony. You will see my books come out in the other video if you decide to watch it. I pray you do. I pray you vibe. And if you vibe, subscribe. You know what I mean? If it ends up being a message that you care about, share it out. If you want to come back on the daily and get this spell, hit the bell. It'll let you know when we put a couple of them up. We do a couple of them every day. We got shorts, we got longs, midway, whatever you got the appetite for. Whatever the spirit calls you to, hopefully you go and view it. Maybe it's a message in there, something for you. You know what I mean? We tell you the date. It's 4/29/23. Really don't mean too much to me anyway, because whenever you get this message, it's still now. Right? Your girl studies worldwide theology. Theology from everywhere. However, the Father, our source, our eternal Lord of creation, that made every spirit, every host, and everything in it, period. Whatever is in creation, the Father made it. Good and evil, whatever you want to call it, the Father made it. And the Father could use whatever it wants to use, whether it's using me, whether it's using you, whether it's, you know, tools, cards, books, trees, leaves, tea, coffee, whatever. It don't matter. The Father can use it all. Just saying. You want this right here? Put that down. Can we keep going? Yep. All right. So we are a channeled messenger. We message with the spirit. We got way too many gifts to list. We used to try to get them all out, and we really don't no more because we are still discovering. The more I say, the more that comes to light, and it's just too many to go through, all right? You will see things, you know, you can see stuff pop off in my space. You can see cards move. You can see cards pop. You can see orbs and lights. You can hear some static in my mic. It's not my mic. This is the third mic I done been through. For real, for real, for real. It's not my mic. It's not. It's the energy in my space, all right? I got a couple videos down up and through there in my archives that'll make you go like, to what? Did I see that right? Yeah, you did. You did. You saw what you saw, and that's what it is. You want this? No. This one? This one? No. Anything else? Yes. What? Huh? Father, say pray. Yes. Prayer. Pray, pray, pray. We do everything in the spirit. We do. Everything in the spirit. Whether it is willfully defiant or obedient, it's still in the spirit. We do everything in the spirit. We are guided by the spirit. We do our best to obey. You know, we mostly obey. Sometimes we be like, but then we had to do it. We had to surrender. Because we are a surrendered vessel, willingly surrendered unto the Most High God to do a work that we are being called into remembrance to do. Heaven coming to earth to reside in earth and on earth to do a work. And that's just what it is. Yeah. Thank you, Father, so much for being here, for sending us here, for allowing us to come to answer the call that I don't remember all of what it was. I just don't. But I know that I'm contracted to be here to do a work, that I have come to do a work to reside in earth and on earth to do a work. Thank you, Father. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Allow me to be so full on this day. I ask you to bring forth. You come forth. I acknowledge that you are here with me. I acknowledge that you are here with me. I ask you to step forth, Father, to come up and come forward, Father, so you can guide this message. Pull me back, Father. Allow me to sit back and you come forth and guide us through this message, through my day, through my space, through everything that I need to, just on my journey. Ashe, on my journey. As we move through life, and in this moment, guide me so that I may give unto your wheat, first unto self that I serve up to thee, but and then ultimately unto your wheat, which that they need. Anybody that's coming into this space, let them resonate, magnetize them to this space, Father. Do that on this day. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Father says, we pray and acknowledge that the Father is with us and will come forth to guide us, to show us, giving us onto everything that we need to be strengthened spiritually, edified in the spirit, so that we can be perfected in the spirit and made strong, right? That way we are strong enough to carry whatever that has been placed upon us, whatever we have been yoked with. It will give us the strength to carry it. And as we are strong enough in the spirit to carry that which we've been yoked with, the Father makes our yoke light, our burdens light. And we are able to serve the Father in grace and mercy and goodness with love and compassion. Yes, because our burden is light, so we are not bogged down by the feelings of discontent, of chaos. We're able to use the loss, the heartache, the emotional despair, and transmute that energy and to use it, I feel like, to form it, to take it and serve it back out, to push it back. I feel like what you serve and what we will serve onto the whole, onto the collective, and giving that back out, we offer it. Not only do we offer it to the Father to do what it needs to do with it within us, but also out onto our wheat field to help our brethren, to help others, so that you too may be spiritually strong, sharing in testimony what we've gone through, so that others who are going down that road know that they can make it too. They can. And then they can serve up anything that they are going through anything that comes their way up to the Father. Understanding that they too can acknowledge that the source is there, that the source will perfect them in the spirit and give them the strength to carry whatever they have been yoked with. And to carry that, to serve that onto the Father will release an abundance of blessings out onto you. I feel a downpour, like it's just going to pour out and release onto you. And it will serve, it will just flow out. Again, I can smell water. I can hear the waterfalls, the rushing of the flow. Like it's just going to pour out, release a blessing onto you, and in such a measure that you don't have room to receive it. Like, but to get through that to the point of being able to receive, you still got to make room. Like the Father can't pour into a full vessel. All the newness is just going to be, you don't have room. And I feel like we're going to come into unity, into harmony, and into balance. There's going to be people that'll resonate, that are magnetized to you in your space, in your field, in your energetic field, that will feed you and you will feed them in a cycle of equal give and take. Just pouring into their cup and they are pouring into your cup. And the people will just cycle. I just feel the churn and almost moving forward like an engine, just going and going, charging forward, moving forward, just gathering, all the while gathering and gathering and gathering. All the ones that will be lifted up. Maybe you are a person that's going to call out to the chosen, right? Maybe, and help them to remember, help them along their journey, along being a spiritual guide. And it's definitely not me, it's the Father. And in order to do that, I know, thank you, Father. In order to do that, you have to come to wholeness within self. Recognizing the fact that your spirit is here. You have a mental state of mind that you identify with as you, as self. But you are duality. You are the physical and the spiritual. And to come together in wholeness with your physical and spiritual, to me, is the twin flame journey. Because all relationships are assignments to you to reflect you back to you. And in order for you to be whole and to be good, you have to have a mirror effect, a mirror reflection of yourself. It may not be completely what you think you see in the mirror, but it's something down in your psyche, something that is conformity, something that is not natural onto thee that you've taken on, or something that you brought with you into this manifestation that you need to resolve. Moving from your south node up to your north node, coming into wholeness with self, full self-acceptance, I feel. That is a part of the message, is full self-acceptance, self-love, self-appreciation for your whole you, your whole wheat you. Did you not know that you was the Father's wheat, that you was called for good bread? Maybe not. It could have been something that was spoken over you, something that somebody said that told you that you weren't worthy. There was something about you that wasn't right. Something about you that you had to, shy away from. You nervous about it. Like you can't be good with you. Like you have anxiety. You shy away from yourself, I feel. And Father say it's time for you to quit on that. Come to wholeness, come to good with you, to fall in love with you. Fall in love with you. And that's the first thing to do if you want anybody else to be in love with you. How can you have anybody be in love with you when you are not in love with you? You are your first twin flame. And that comes from the one that cannot be named. Ashe. Father, if we be in alignment, please brighten up our light, brighten up our lumens, Father. Make me strong and make me stable. Block out anything that will come against us in this message. that will come against your wheat, that will cause any distortion, any confusion, any conflict, any illusions, Father. Anything that seeks to keep a veil over our eyes, anything that comes to us to steal, kill, and destroy what it is that we came, what we were called to do, to stop us from reaching our destiny, from fulfilling the work that you have ordained. I call in every spiritual gift, my measure, my portion, that which ordained and given unto me, so that I can fulfill my work in this moment, to fulfill my destiny. Thank you so much, Father. Please seal me, keep me in your inner sanctuary, in your holiest of holies. Hold me, Father, in your light, in your protection. Protect anybody else that you bring to this space. Protect your message. All of this I pray and ask for you to do it now, right now, right now. So won't it be, Father, and so it is. And if you give me your authority, Father, or come with your authority to grant me your ashe, or give me further words that I should pray. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Are we sealed? Every crack and crevice. Yes, 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 yes. Let's get it. 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 Yes. Fall in love with yourself. 1550 on the phone. Fall in love with yourself. Respect boundaries. Somebody not respecting your boundaries? Do you have boundaries? Or are you all over somebody else's boundaries? Yeah, they got to respect these boundaries. To what? They can't come up in here. Nothing that's coming against you. Block. Brighten up that light so bright that they can't even see you. They blinded. You know them terrorists and those demons and devils that be running around here trying to steal, kill, and destroy. They can't stand in the Father's light. They can't. So to protect yourself, to hold those boundaries, ask the Father to brighten up your lumens. Brighten you up. Strengthen you spiritually, so that you can be on such a high vibration that they can't even cut. Like, you will irritate the crap out of them. They ain't even going to be able to stand to be around you. This, both of them. All right. We got friends to lovers and true love. All right. Maybe, are you being a good friend to yourself? Father say no. Maybe you need to develop a friendship with you. You know what I mean? Develop a friendship with you. And that's why I said falling in love with yourself. We got someone new. Maybe you are evolving into a new person, a new type of person. We got soulmate as well. And I feel like once you do all of this work, you will call in a soulmate. But you need to fall in love with yourself first. Understand your boundaries, right? Understand what true love really is. Understand your boundaries. Respecting your boundaries. Understanding what true love really is. What is the vision of love that you have? I just heard Mariah Carey's vision of love. I have a vision of love, and it was all that you've given to me. I sing like nobody's listening. Don't worry about it. I hear it. I ain't gonna sing it. But what? Do you want me to say that part? No. Okay, whatever. But I hear it, though. Later. Somebody that feels alone. Yeah. Suffering from alienation. Carrying the weight on their own. Had to be strong. Yeah. Somehow I know that the Spirit will bring you the person that you needed eventually. Yeah. But first, I think you need to think about your vision of what love is. Your vision of true love. Maybe it's different than what you think. But first, being a friend to yourself. You know, what kind of friend are you to you? How do you talk to you? Do you respect your own boundaries? You know, are you somebody that can speak up about your boundaries and enforce them with others? But again, do you hold the same boundary for yourself? No. And that's a conflict, because you teach people how to treat you based on how you treat yourself. So you might give a whole bunch of lip service to other people about respecting your boundaries, but if they see you not respecting your own boundaries, not following through with your own self, then they're not going to believe you. They're not going to be like, oh, this is something that they actually need. Why? Because you don't give it to you. You are your first caretaker. If you don't care for yourself and give yourself the things that you need, respecting your own boundaries when you need to sleep, when you need to eat, how you take care of yourself in general, being self-sufficient, integrity, honesty, true character, being good to yourself, right? If you are not doing that and it's visible, you know what I mean? Like it's just evident, it flows out, like it is what it is. You could see what it is, basically. Then your people are not gonna believe you. It's gonna be all lip service. So be your own first friend and have a true picture of what love is, on how you love yourself. How you love on you is okay. Someone new is here, and maybe you are morphing into somebody new. You know, maybe you are changing, maybe you are evolving. Maybe who you thought you were is different than who you actually are. I hear again conformities, being covered up with certain things, conforming to the world and what other people think of you. Like you're not serving your real self out. You're only putting out what you think people want to see from you. And it's a whole thing with morphing into somebody new. Like your realness, your authenticness. I feel like getting deep down into you and pulling that spirit person up. Like, and that spirit person is going to give you a whole new mindset, a whole new look, a whole new view, a whole new vision of you. I have a vision of love, right? The person, your highest self, I feel. And you are going to start to fall in love with you, the new person that you are becoming. You're going to fall in love with your spirit, your essence, coming into wholeness. You will fall in love with that. And you will learn to protect that at all costs. Like you not coming in and interrupting my peace. You not bringing me no chaos, no deceit, no envy, no jealousy. Like, no, none of that. Like, block it out. Like, block game on, like, to what? Like, my light is too bright. Like, you can't even come over here and get in my space. Like, my light is the block. No. I could feel it. I could feel it in my bones when something ain't right, like, deep in my soul. And it's like, no, because I got to hold on to my peace. And that energy is going to call in, like I said, that wholeness, soulmate energy, that wholeness. And from that wholeness, you can call in somebody new. You can attract that same energy onto you. But until you do that work, in the inside, that shadow work is going to be like to what you're going to call in what you really are. Somebody that doesn't respect self, that will go back on your own boundaries, that will lie and cheat, all of that. Past love. And we have honest conversations. Honest conversations. Are you able to have an honest conversation with you? Father, say no. There's some things about you that you are not willing to see yet. How you've broken your own boundaries, I feel. What are your boundaries? Have you defined them? Maybe not. You know. Self-sabotage. What did I say? You have not really worked through your own energies, your boundaries. You're not having a conversation, a real conversation with self about how you moving, how your boundaries are wishy-washy and all over the place. Like you may not really have any boundaries for yourself. And people can see that. They can feel it because you attract who you are, not what you talk about. Right? And if you are not having honest conversations with yourself, then it's going to lead you into self-sabotage every single time. You will end up back in that same spot, back in the same spot, back in that same spot, back in that same spot. Again, reuniting with that same bullshit, back in that same spot, back reunited with that old you. Self-sabotage. I don't feel like you are coming back into union with nobody else. I think you just keep meeting your old self back where you were at. Why do you keep meeting your old self back where you were at? Because you are not having honest conversations with you. You're not. You're not being honest with you. Enjoy quality time is here. Somebody is not. The time that you're spending is not quality. You are not having conversations with yourself. You're not doing that deep shadow work that it takes in order to get to whole. Like you are wasting your time, wasting the minutes. Committed. You're not committed to doing the shadow work. Commitment. And I feel like it's in reverse. You are not giving and receiving what it is that you need in order to hold, to come to whole, come to goodness. And what you need to give yourself is some serious boundaries, like boundaries for you. Maybe you need to make your own self a schedule, you know, like a list, an accountability list, like hold yourself accountable for what you're supposed to be doing for self, about self, because you can't expect it to come in from other people if you are not doing it for yourself. Fear of failure is here. And maybe that's why you're challenged. Maybe, you know what I mean, you have an extreme fear of failing. But trust is here. Maybe you don't trust. Father definitely turned that upside down. Like, trust is in the reverse. Like, there's no trust. None. You don't trust yourself. You definitely can't trust other people. Your real self knows, like your spirit self can't trust you to do what's right. Can't. You're not going to listen. You don't have no boundaries for you. Like, you're afraid to fail. You're not spending quality time with yourself, with your spirit. Your vision of love, I think, is just off and it's biased. It has a veil over it. You know what I mean? You're not committed. But Spirit says make a fresh start. A fresh start to do what? Fall in love with you. Reset some boundaries. Start some boundaries. Do a boundary list for yourself. Accountability. Maybe you need to think about it. What is it that I need to do on a daily basis to take care of myself, and make a list and check it off? How did you do against your list? How much did you accomplish? Count your successes. What didn't you accomplish? Look at them. Move them over to the list for tomorrow. Scratch it off. Go on about it. Don't beat yourself up about it. Don't judge you. Don't hold no biases, no nothing. Because that could be another thing. If you spend time with beating yourself up and judging you and judging you and judging you and judging you, then you're going to judge others. You're going to be very judgmental of other people. Release the judgment. Release judgment off of yourself and off of other people. Hidden agenda. You're going to think that everybody has a hidden agenda. You're challenged by that. Free yourself. But you can't because you're tied up. You're not doing the shadow work because something is not for you. It's not. Or you think everything is not for you, or love is not for you, or you're just not doing what's good for you. You're not doing what's good for you. Anything else in here, Father? No. Very seen is here. I feel like you paper thin, like, or very soon. I saw a scene, like, you're visible, like it's paper thin, like you think that people don't see, but they do see. And I think something is going to come, I feel, very soon. Something's going to happen soon. But I definitely read seen, like paper thin, like visible. Today's a good day. It's a good day. A good day for a fresh start. Definitely a good day for a fresh start. If you're having fear of failure, release it. Don't judge you. Spend your quality time. Spend the time that make the time that you're spending quality. I feel like maybe you're in hermit mode, like you have got to sit down, you know what I mean? And if you got to sit down and be in a space with self, then it is time for you to use that time in a quality way. Make it count. Make it count for something, beloved. Make it count for something. And to make it count for you is the best thing that you could do. Make it count for you. You're the person, you know, you're your highest priority. You are your highest priority to service yourself in goodness, to respect your own boundaries, to, you know, respect your own integrity, you know, to develop integrity for yourself. You are ready. You are ready to take this step to face you, your opposite you, your shadow you. You are ready to face it, Father say. This one. This one. All right, all right, all right. I'm so excited Father called us to this deck. Deep, dark, and dangerous oracle. It's something in your shadow side that's hurting you. Something that's dangerous. We saw that self-sabotage come out. Self-sabotage, beloved. Thank you, Father. Oh, loneliness. Somebody's experiencing some loneliness. What did I say? Loneliness is here. But you are not really alone. You're not. There's others, angels around you, spirits trying to guide you, to pull you forward. But you don't see it. You don't feel it. But in this time of hermit energy being set aside to yourself, think about yourself. Think about, what does love mean to you? What is the vision of it? How are you loving on yourself? What type of boundaries do you have? Boundaries are a first sign of love. You can't let people just do anything to you, and you just can't do anything to self. You can't. That's not love. We have cycles. We said going back, going back, going back, re-meeting your same self where you were at in that same spot. Keep ending up back in that same spot. Like a cycle. Just keep going. You take a couple steps forward and 2 steps forward, 2 steps back. Just keep going back and around the same circle over and over and over again. Cycles. And it's the snake, that's self-sabotage, needing to shed old skin so that you can grow. Grow so that you can shed the old skin, because snakes don't shed their skin for no reason. I mean, they do have to be refreshed and do full-grown snakes. I bet you they probably do. They shed their skin. But either way, you got to change. You got to evolve. You can't keep going through the same thing, same cycles over and over and over and over and over and over again. And you challenged with that. Father is calling you to release the cycle. And you release it by recognizing that you, one, have a problem. Are you ready to see that you have some issues with holding boundaries with yourself? Like, do you hold yourself accountable? Are you ready to hold you accountable? That's a thing. Mischief is here. Maybe you have a cycle of being mischievous. Maybe you are plagued with that. It's definitely a challenge. Focus is here, but we got movement on change with this werewolf. Movement energy on change. Do you want that? No. Anything else bothering here? No. But we have respect. Didn't I say somebody not respecting themselves? Didn't I say that? Ooh, Father. Love it when the Father come through and do it like that. It just be like, yes, put the stamp on there like, yes, signed, sealed, delivered. Respect. Respect yourself, beloved. How you gonna expect anybody to respect you, anything about you? Whatever you say out your mouth, they don't respect it. Why? Because they can see that you don't respect you. Come on now. Father say, put it down, put it down. We got something else? Yes, where we going? Wisdom. Had to figure out what we was doing. I be having to release control. Because your girl be like thinking I know where the Father going. Yeah, because it's not me. It's not. It's the Father. Digging into that, what we've been talking about, duality, and come together with your whole you. The spirit is trying to communicate to you and with you and through you and show you that you might be being your own damn karmic. How do you free yourself from that? How do you come into freedom? This right here, Father say, is a message of guidance. Coming from a place of love. So that you can learn how to truly do this. Love. Love on you. So that you can call in and pull in the love that you really want. The love that you're deserving of. The love that's on the inside. Because you're going to get the love that's on the inside of you. If you are not loving on yourself, this one, then you're going to get how you love on yourself. In short. How you really love you is what you're going to get. Is what you're going to attract to you. It is. And if you happen to pull in something good, it's not going to last. You're going to self-sabotage it. Because you ain't ready to receive it. How I know you ain't ready to receive it? Because you ain't ready to give it to you. So how can you be ready to receive something that you won't even give yourself? You're going to mess it up. You're going to self-sabotage it every single time. This one. All right. Which one you want first? This one. All right. Milk and honey is here. How do you get to the milk and honey? Maybe you don't realize that you are milk and honey. You know, you don't realize the goodness in you. Give and take. 6. Equal give and take. What are you giving on to yourself? Because you're going to get what you get. You're going to get what you give. But milk and honey is here. You are keeping yourself back from this whole thing. All of these things, these challenges, is if you can get through all of these challenges, you will get to a state of milk and honey, of happiness and content. But right now, you are between worlds. What did I say? You're between worlds. You are dealing with that shadow energy. Trying to come out of the shadows. This is a 3. 5 and 1 break down to a 6. 3 could be coming out of heartbreak. It could be coming out of some sort of loss, emotional loss, just things that you don't accept about yourself. It's challenging. Heartache, period. And heartache does not always have to be romantic love. It's not. It could be a multitude of things. Things that cause you to be dissatisfied with yourself. And I feel like somebody, again, have conformities, things that they have taken on that's not really them, illusions, things that is causing them to be underneath the veil. And you are being called to step out into the light. In order to use this time right now to step out into the light, to think about the mischievous deeds or how you are coming against yourself or even acting against others. How you keep ending up in these cycles, feeling lonely and ostracized and set off to the side by yourself. How do you use this time and space to better yourself? How do you do that? The higher power, the Father, is speaking to you. I just said the Spirit is speaking to you. But you're challenged with even hearing it, with listening to your spirit, and you are staying stuck in the same cycles. You don't see that you could call yourself out, to pull yourself out into a space of milk and honey. Like there is abundance here. There's equal give and take. There's reciprocity on this table. Everything that you need to be fed and nourished is here. But are you feeding yourself? Father say no. This happy, happy, happy is here. You can be happy. You can. You see all of this? We started with the milk and honey. You see that rainbow right here? Now look how it's pouring in. Look at that. All the goodness will pour into you. And you got happy, 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 happy. Just flowing down into happiness will just flow in. You will attract it. Once you become it, you will attract it. All of it will just, and then you see this nest egg that she's sitting on with this face of spirit is in there just happy. Anything that you birth out from is just going to be happy. Just potential. Wow. Anything else in here? Father say no. Father say no. What's this energy? Co-creation is here. And we have a message. This is a message to guide you, a message to guide you to freedom, a message to illuminate the message of karma that you have been getting. Like, you are not paying attention to all the karmatic messages that you have been getting, that you are bringing onto self, I feel. You are not hearing that. Instead of seeing the karmic messages as lessons to better yourself, for you to overcome, you keep slipping back into the same cycle. You beating yourself up. You are criticizing yourself. You are disrespecting your own boundaries. Even if you set boundaries for yourself, you don't hold them. You don't keep them. Co-creation. Your spirit is calling you, trying to get you to work with yourself. Come together in alignment to do this, to respect yourself. We have sovereignty right here, to come together. To be sovereign, to be self-sufficient. Using the truth of you. With this sword, blocking out all the bullshit. But I see how this sword is covering up one eye. Like, can you see your whole self? Are you being critically cautious of you? Are you looking at what's in the shadow? Are you covering it up by a false sense of truth? Had the respect on top. You said there's nothing else. Any other decks of cards, Father? Anything else on the table? Is there anything else we need to say? Any advice we can give for kindness, for goodness, for support? What can we get to give them support? Is it on the shelf? This? This? For when I am weak, then I am strong. Corinthians 12:10. Do you want to get the book? Okay. Corinthians 12:10. I need something to put a place marker right there for this page. Corinthians 12:10. Galatians. Corinthians 12 and 10. Ooh. Is it 1 Corinthians? Yeah. Okay. Well, as you can see, I'll be down in this page studying. Okay. Don't judge me about writing in my book. It's my book. I use it to study. It's a study tool, Ashe. Okay. It says, Corinthians 12 and 10, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, to another divers of kinds of tongues, to another the interpretation of tongues. Which one? Prophecy. To another, another divers kinds of tongues. Is that it? Yes. So I feel like you have a gift, like maybe you're a person that's gifted, and it's something about understanding dialects and division of tongues, right? And or maybe you just speak differently, you know, maybe you speak in a way that is self-sabotaging. Father says self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. Like, you don't understand the power of your tongue. You don't. You don't understand the words that you are speaking against yourself. You don't. And maybe you are a person that's gifted as well. And you are trying to, again, a square peg trying to be put into a round hole. Like, you're trying to beat yourself into a space where you don't really belong. Trying to force yourself to be something that you're really not. And what you are speaking to yourself about yourself is causing you a lot of self-sabotage. A lot of self-sabotage. We were on Numbers 22, 20 and 14. So we got to put that mark back on here. Oh, it's here. It's there. I just couldn't see my little paper. Okay. Father say, I don't want this to fall. There we go. Father say, watch how you speak to yourself. You may have a special tongue. You may have a tongue as to where when you speak out, it happens like that. You may be afraid to say. Ooh. Yeah, you somebody that has a spiritual gift. I feel sleep, dreams. And it's funny because we talked about sleep, dreams today, and dreaming and using your dreams as a gift, as your gift to write down what you dream. And I feel like somebody has a gift of dreaming and you are afraid of what you see. And I think that if you speak out what you see in your dreams, it may happen, or you feel like it's going to happen and it scares you. Like you are afraid of yourself. You are afraid of your gift. And you don't even understand that what you speak out anyway is going to have an effect, right? So you may not be using your gift, your dreams, or speaking it out because you're afraid of what's going to happen. But also the other half of that is that when you do speak out, whether you speak to yourself, because this is about you, when you speak to yourself in any kind of way, that's what you call to be. And again, I feel like it's something with your boundaries. Like you may say something, you may speak a boundary onto yourself and give yourself this, that, and the other, but then you break it, you break it, you break it. And with all of that effect is represented in your life in cycles. Putting you in cycles of self-sabotage, mischief, like loneliness. Keeping you stuck between worlds. Preventing you from really getting to this happiness. You are not listening to your spirit. And it's keeping you stuck. Like you go back and forth between, happiness and not sad. Like almost bounce, almost like bipolarism, I feel. I feel bipolarism. Not like just like as a depressive diagnosis. I'm not saying that. I'm saying your life might feel bipolar, like in stages of in the light and stages of in the dark. And those stages are coming because you keep breaking your own boundaries. You are breaking your own boundaries. In order for you to get some stability within self, you have to face your darkness. Foresight. You have this gift of foresight. And it probably comes to you in dreams. And whatever you dream, I think that it scares the crap out of you. This person looks depressed. They look sad about what they're dreaming, like what keeps coming to them from the spirit realm. And it's a lot of birds here around, like a lot of spirits around. It's one on their shoulder talking to them or just looking out into something. And I feel like it's bringing you all kinds of messages from the spirit realm. And whatever this is, this deep foresight that you have is troubling to you. It's troubling to you. You see, she has a spirit on her shoulder that's talking to her, giving her messages. All of these other spirits are also around. And I feel like this bird is also in communication with these other spirits and is giving you a foresight that makes you uncomfortable. A very, very deep foresight. Deep foresight. And you're afraid to speak. And what you are speaking is like to what? It's coming back against yourself, self-sabotaging. And all I see is these cycles. Like these cycles. Here, circles. Cycles of the same thing. Father said it was nothing else. But fear, like I said, you're afraid. And look at this. You're afraid. You're afraid of what the hell is behind you. What the fuck is that? You see what I'm saying? What is that? Why am I surrounded with what feels like all these dark energies? These dark dreams. What are they? What is it, Father? And I'm afraid. I'm afraid to even speak this shit out. But what you are speaking out, even trying to fit into other places, because you don't want to be in this shit. You don't. But whatever you're speaking out is coming back against you as self-sabotage. Your focus is not there. But if you did focus, it would lead you to freedom. You feel like you focused on the wrong thing. The way that you say it is backwards. And it's coming back against self. Vengeance. Ooh. It's coming back against self. It's taking vengeance on you. Maybe because you're not doing what you're supposed to do with it. It's coming back to you. It's staying with you. Illumination. Ooh, shoot. She got some fire coming up on her. Vengeance is here. Illumination. I feel like you're somebody that's very illuminated. Like very powerful. But chaos is here. Chaos. And look what's right back. Cycles. Maybe you could be, plagued with vengeance, wanting to get revenge, wanting to get your lick back for certain things that you feel that are unfair onto you, not seeing that your own boundaries, self-talk, and how you are treating yourself, unable to see your whole self, that self-sabotage is affecting you. And you may have a sense of vengeance, or maybe thinking like, people are coming against you. Illumination is also in a challenge. I feel like you do have, again, a spiritual gift, but it's a challenge to you. Like, you don't know what to do with it. Her head is on fire, and the works of her hands also. We got alchemy. Maybe you're an alchemist. Maybe you need to change, again, using the materials around you to create something new that's going to free you. Like, you can use the energy of what you're seeing, what you're getting, what you're dreaming, using that energy for change. You can use it. You're an alchemist. You can use the visions that you see. And I think you can use them to help people, to free people. Not only free others, but free yourself. It'll free you from that loophole that you're in, I tell you that. You can start accepting your whole self, because you don't accept yourself right now. You just don't. You don't respect yourself. You don't respect your own boundaries. You don't respect your gift. Definitely don't. The underworld. Again, I feel like somebody has a sense of the underworld, and that can be a hard gift to have. I can see that. Again, I see this person. You see that same thing? That person with being told things in the spirit, things that might happen, things that you feel like if you speak about it, it'll come to pass. Again, that same energy here. Being very afraid of what's being shown to them. Maybe from the underworld. You may have people who pass come and talk to you, or people that you dream about may pass soon. You may dream about people's passing and transitioning. Dream about loss. Dream about chaos. Dream about destruction. And it's something in that keeps you fearful. Something in it that makes you reject a part of self, I feel even. And in that self-rejection is represented in your boundaries, in your life. And it causes you to keep cycling in chaos. I see this, and I see this. I feel like these two right here, this is the same. And you definitely are getting messages from the other side. And that's definitely something hard to deal with. Something to come to terms with. Something to contend with. To be resilient through. To have some sort of resilience. What did I just say? Resilience. Ashamed. Covering up your face. Not able to accept who you are or what you are in this nature. And what is right behind that? Acceptance. Not being able to accept that you would have this type of gift. Like, why would I have that? Having any compassion for it is definitely a mystery to you. And to be able to choose to have any type of gratitude for this is like, no, I can't. No, I can't. How do I even accept that part of me to have that type of gift? How can I choose to accept that and have any type of gratification for this type of gift? And not being able to accept what has been gifted onto you. You have a powerful tongue. And you feel like whatever you speak out is going to be like, what? If I say it, then it's going to manifest. It's going to come about. And it keeps you stuck in these cycles. Keeps you stuck between worlds. Unable to be happy and experience this milk and honey. Like, are you worth it? Like, who's going to pour into me happiness? How am I going to receive that with this type of gift? Does this really come from the source? Yes, yes it does. Yes it does. Yes it does. Every spiritual gift comes from the Father. It does. And it's a reason for it. But are you ready to accept your whole self? No. You're not ready yet. You're not ready to accept the other half of you. The light and the dark. The good, the both. Both sides of you. The light and the dark. Are you able to accept both sides of you? No, because you fly between worlds. Do you know yourself? No. I know, baby. Father say it ain't nothing left. But I really want to get an angel message. Really want to get an angel message. Yeah, darkness. You sitting in the darkness. Yeah, unable to look in the mirror because it's going to show you something. Show you your power. You're sitting in the darkness, unable to look at yourself in the mirror because you don't want to see. You don't want to see what it's going to illuminate, what it's going to show you about you. Look at this again. Are you ready to see yourself? We just said that. Are you ready to see yourself? Do you know yourself? No. Do you know your worth? No. No, you don't. You don't. Because you're not able to see you. You're not able to see your wholeness, your light, your dark, your good, your bad, all of it. Come to terms with your whole self. You're not ready to do that. That's why Father say in this time of loneliness, this time of hermit, isolation, solitude, use it wisely. Use it wisely to learn yourself, to come to an understanding about you, to come to a place where you can accept your whole you. Father say, rest. When you're in this period of rest and solitude, come to wholeness with you. Come to grips with all of you. Yes. This is a warning. You don't want to be feeling like in a lack, being hungry for love and affection and attention, hungry for something else that would make you ravenous, make you deceitful, make you, come out of that negativity, out of that low place because you feel like you are starved for love. But the first person to love on you is you. It doesn't matter how many other people that you suck on and you feed from. It doesn't matter. You will always be hungry because it's something with vampires that have a sense of self-loathing. They have something in them that they feel like they can't contend with. Something that's not good. Something that's dark. Afraid of their own nature. Either they succumb into it and it's just like, okay, I'm good with being ravenous and sucking on other people, or they repel against it, like, I don't like that. And they seek for ways to get some sort of other self-fulfilling. Seek soul satisfaction. Fan a flame of inner happiness. Father just brought me back over to here. To be able to have some soul satisfaction. Freedom. and mystery. Mystery revealed. Loyalty is here. And blessings. Change. Have some discipline. See that? Blessings. Change. Have some discipline. To get to your blessings, you need to change and have some discipline. Respecting yourself wholly, completely. Loyalty, mystery, freedom. You don't see that how moving through the mystery of self, staying loyal to you, is going to lead you to freedom. It's a mystery. To stay loyal to yourself will lead you to freedom. Like, how does prioritizing myself lead me to freedom? It does. Because you're your own first love. You are your own twin flame. Father didn't want me to flip no more. Loyalty. Loyalty to you. Loyalty to yourself. Seeking your own highest good. And you see the Spirit, the Father behind you bringing in that light. It's a 6. Again, coming to balance. Milk and honey. 6. You see that 1 and the 5, the 15? Look at this. The 5 and the 1 on the other side. But both of them break down to 6. Being loyal to self. Equal give and take with you. The Father shining on you. Giving you everything. You see how that shine is pouring into you? That's how I was feeling with these two. Like, you don't see how being loyal and giving into you is going to pour in all of that happiness, that goodness, right on into you. Coming from who? From the Father. The Father pouring all of this lovely goodness right into you. I hope you guys got something out of this message. I hope that it helps you come into a space where you are ready to know your worth. Because I think that you are going places, like into a whole new space, you know, a whole new spiritual space, a space where you love on yourself deeply. Hold your own boundaries and respect you. You are your own twin flame. Start to treat you like how you want that lover to treat you, your boyfriend, your best friend to treat you. How would you want them to treat you? Do that for yourself first. And it would be so evident and so in your face that everything that you attract will treat you the same. No more self-sabotaging. Love on you deeply. And you can stop self-sabotage by just holding and respecting your own boundaries. Refusing to do certain things because it's just not good for you. Is it going to be a battle to change habits? Absolutely. But to stay disciplined, you can get through it. You can. You can deal with you. You can face the world. Right? You can face what's in the mirror. It's an internal fight. But you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Ask the Father for help. Will strengthen you and give you everything that you need to carry what you've been yoked with. You can. I love you. I love you. I love you so much. I do. Just like I love me. I love the Father that made me. But by its infinite intelligence, wisdom, the principal thing that moves on the breath of life and connects and binds everything. Everything. The light and the dark. That which must transition and pass away, maybe they need help on their journey too, Ashe. And if you've been gifted with that, it's a heavy load to bear. But I know with the Spirit that perfects you and gives you every spiritual gift, you can help them do it with love and care. And that might be just a part of your calling if you choose to accept the mission. But anything at all to your spirit, yourself, your soul space, listen, has your highest good, your highest good, highest good. Okay? To the next now, to the next now, y'all. Was there something else you want to say? No. Are we good? Yeah. Okay. Ashe. Mwah.